Let's talk about the game, so to speak. Hi everyone, my name is Kurosh, and I'm your host of the KJP Show, where we celebrate and elevate indie games and game developers. And today, we're going to talk about a game that I think is very interesting and kind of educational. This game is So to Speak. It's developed and published by Eric Anderson. And what this game is essentially one of those games that I think many of us in our heyday, my age, used to grow up with, that are just on the educational side. They want to learn something, but through game form. This game teaches you how to speak Japanese. And it's interesting in how it teaches you how to speak Japanese. Eric Anderson and his family and friends were able to put this game together. So you might be wondering, how does this game play? Like, it's teaching you just like what? Like Duolingo, just like how just if you were to take a book out of a bookstore to learn how to speak and everything. What it does is it sets up a series of puzzles throughout. It's kind of like you're trekking through a city that's intended. It's kind of like a top-down view, and you're going through, and each puzzle allows you to go to the next one, and you're kind of meant to figure out how to associate various things. And so it'll have you go through a series of drills, and once you finish going through all the drills in a section of the town, then you can proceed to the next area. And these drills re-emphasize and reiterate certain key words. And there are over 300 words that and phrases it tries to teach you, from my experience thus far with the game. And it'll have you associate the word with the object with the sound, with how it sounds to the ear, and then it reiterates that and emphasizes that, so that you're like, okay, now I can associate these to a tree or to a lake or to a park. And it does it in a lot of different creative ways. Like it'll be like, okay, at this point, it's gonna tell you a phrase, and you're gonna have to figure out what it's trying to allude to, based off of maybe contextual clues you've gotten earlier on. And I think that's where I found it most interesting, is like that blend of education with gameplay, which, again, back in my time, it was Reading Blaster, Math Blaster. It was very straightforward. It's like, do these drills to further incentivize like the progress of your character, or to find the clues in a haunted mansion, or to munch numbers. I think this does a good job of making that where you're now learning another language through it. And I applaud Eric and his friend and his team and his family and friends. I know he took on the brunt of it with developing and publishing this, but I know his wife helped with a lot of the language, being a native Japanese speaker. His brother helped with a lot of the audio and production and music for the game. And other friends and family for just being able to help with testing it and ensuring it works. So, it's kind of like it's built from the ground up. I think there's something to celebrate about that I think is really cool. It's like, you're not just doing this for just your own amusement. You're doing it for the benefit of others, to find another way and avenue that may work for them to learn. I think learning for everyone is different, and it's challenging. And finding ways to incentivize it, to encourage it. I'm sure with kids or adults alike, like, gamifying things is a common route that we can go through. And the way in which they do it here, I think, is another way to try and when Eric reached out to me to showcase this game, I was like, this is so cool. Like, I don't see it as often these days. This emphasis on games for education. I think we're so caught up in the pop culture and in the Fortnites, and in just where games are and how available they are. Like, you see mobile games, and most games are just like, here, we're buying for your time. But it's cool to see when games are educational, like I said, again, because I as much as I remember those memories of my own, I don't see like the next generation of those anymore. I don't see a putt-putt, or I don't see a Reading Blaster or a Number Muncher anymore. And I think those were very formative in my ability to type, into being my proficiency with number pad and my words per minute. Like, I fully credit all of my ability to do that to those. So it'd be great to have another generation of educational stuff, like, so to speak, for today's world and today's kids and folks. I highly encourage you to check out Eric's game, so to speak. It's on Steam. I believe it's only on PC available right now. So please give it a look, check it out. If you've ever been interested in learning Japanese, I really think you'll find something special with, so to speak. And let me know what you think. I'd love to hear any comments or anything. You maybe use a few of the words you learn in your time with the game in commenting to the video. I'd love to see what you've learned, and I'll try to share back what I try to learn as well. It's been tough on my side, as much as I'll get little lessons in here and there, but I haven't been able to put a big chunk of my time into it. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you think, and what other languages you might be interested in. I think this is a good formula to maybe use for going beyond just the one language. It could be done for many languages. But thank you again for checking out my video. I'll see you next time.